Hello Makkals, welcome to our channel. Today we are going to see my thoughts on all of my blushes under 30 seconds. Otherwise this video will be like 2 hours long. We cannot have that for your guys' sake. So I'm going to review all of my cream and liquid blushes because for powders I have other ideas for the future. So we're just going to see the cream ones now. I do have a ton of blushes for someone who didn't like blush for so long because only for a year, I think I've been loving blushes. Not loving, I have included it more and more on my everyday makeup routine, especially when I'm doing a full glam like I have done today. I'm sorry if my highlighter is blinding you. Oh my god, I never usually wear highlighter, but today I thought let's just do it, otherwise it will just go to waste and expire. But oh, it is too blinding. Before we get to the video, please think about subscribing because it will take you literally 1 second, and also ring that bell icon so you will get notified whenever I post a new video. So yeah, I will probably give all the link in the description, including my lip shade. Let me know if you want this link, this highlighter link. It is kind of affordable, but I love it. So I think we should start with liquid ones because sometimes the product is a little bit confusing on if it is a cream one or a liquid one. So I'll keep that for the end of the video. So let's start with liquid ones. So the first one is from KIRO. This is their Cloud 9 Niacinamide Glow Blush. I have 3 shades with me. If you want something that is like very skin-like, that also gives you that glow from within kind of a look without any shimmer particles, this is perfect. This is not that pigmented, but it is decently pigmented. You can build it up. But if you have very oily skin, I don't think you might like it because again, this is like very dewy. It is not greasy, but it is dewy. But this is very beginner friendly. This is one of my favorite blushes in my collection. I hope that is 30 seconds. The Pack Spotlight Liquid Blush, same as the one from Sugar. This is also dewy. This is also pigmented. This is also very beginner friendly. It will give you that glow from within kind of a look. But this is much more oily skin friendly than that one. And I love these shades. This is like very everyday coated. My favorite shade is Rosewood. Sticking with the serum kind of a blush look, the one I'm wearing today underneath my powder blush is this one from Makeup Revolution. This is their blush balm in the shade Rose Lust. I love this so much, but this would not give you a very much pigment. It has pigment, but more like a everyday kind of look. So if you're into that, you don't want how much you apply it is not going to give you like bam, that kind of pigment. So if you are into that very subtle kind of blush plus dewy look, you guys will love this one. Inside Cosmetics, I am Tinted blush. This is not a blush in my humble opinion. This is a lip and cheek tint. Even the formulation is very thin. This will give you and stain your cheeks and lips. So it is a tint. It is not a blush. But with that being said, I love to use my water tint or any tint on my cheeks because it is much more long lasting. But it is a tint at the end of the day. Cups and Lashes Liquid Blush. This has the same packaging as the last one from Inside Cosmetics, but the formulation is completely different. It has this thick kind of a liquid formulation. It has a really good pigmentation, but it has fragrance though, so keep that in mind. And the colors are not everyday look friendly, but the formulation is really good. Fay Beauty Lush Blush. I have so many shades as you can see, and I bought most of them with my own money except this one, Peppy. And I would say this is the best one in our market if you are looking for something natural but also buildable, dewy but not greasy. Any type of skin type people can use this one in my opinion. It is very easy to blend. You can use it with your fingers, and the pigment is like just enough. It is that good. This is your typical liquid blush done good. Tipsy Beauty Silk Cushion Blush Matte in the shade Bouquet of Roses. If you're asking for my opinion, I would say skip on this one because this is extremely dupeable. Also, the shade is not that brown skin friendly, but I love the formulation. I hope they bring out more and more brown skin friendly shades in the future. But this for 1000 rupees, I would say this is not my favorite, and I don't like the packaging either. This is an okay product, not a must have. Next one is from Elle. This is their blush balm. This I would say for 110 rupees, worth it. But keep in mind, it has fragrance, a mild one, but still it has some, and it has chunky particles. It is not evenly dispersed. So when you are looking close at it, you can definitely see it. So in that category, I have used like a highlighting blusher. and I have used better ones. But for this price, you cannot actually beat it. No one has beaten it. Like for 120 rupees, you kidding me? The Mars Blush Hour Blushes. This is also one of the best blushes in our budget market. It has phenomenal pigment. It blends very easily. Anyone can use it, but in my opinion, it is kind of greasy for my oily skin and it's not as long lasting as some of the other blushes. So I rarely reach out to this, but it is very good. If you are like just wearing lipstick and a blush, this is everything you need. Swiss Beauty Cream It Up Blush. It is almost identical to the one from Mars, but this is less dewy than that one, and I do like it, but I don't love it. This one has a really interesting texture. It is kind of like a moussey liquid. So I would say this is a cream blush and it is worth the money. The Mars Sugar Rush Liquid Blush. If you are a beginner, I would straight up say don't get this one because this is highly pigmented, as they say in the bottle. Because if you are a beginner, if you go overboard with this one, there is no way of fixing it if you don't know what to do with it. So there is no way of knowing how much pigment it is going to give. You know, so it is way too pigmented to be beginner friendly, so I would not recommend it, but it is a good blush with a really good dewy long lasting finish. The Elle Camo Liquid Blush in the shade Dusty Rose. If you have it, good. It is a really good blush, but it is again very dupeable in my opinion, and it is very dewy. Plus I have had problems with it not blending well enough on top of my foundations. A lot of cream blushes can do that, so I'm not a very big fan of that. But it is a good blush. If you have it or if you are going to buy it because they have so many good shades, don't go directly in with the wand. KIRO Cosmetics Liquid Blush. 10 on 10, no complaints. Even I love the packaging. This is not sponsored video, but I have said this before in my videos. KIRO Cosmetics is very underrated. Okay, we need to make them popular because all of the products I have tried till now is amazing, and their blushes are also a proof of that. Really good pigment, not very dewy, but it gives you that glow. Long lasting, blends easily, 10 on 10. Inside Cosmetics Super Stay Cream Blush. This one I don't use it that much because it is a cream blush. It is a tiny bit harder for me to blend it on top of my foundation, so that is the reason why. And plus, since it is affordable, you don't get a ton of options for everyday use. So if you are contemplating on whether to get it or not, just don't get it. Inside has good blush, but this is not one. Similarly, with this one from Lovechild Masaba, it is a cream blush. If you are a beginner, just stick with your powders or your liquid blushes because cream blushes are a little bit trickier, especially on top of makeup. Because if you have a liquid blush, you can wear it even on top of your powders, but with this one will cake up or, get more patchy on top of powders. So these are not my cup of tea. Cream blushes are not my cup of tea, but this is a really good one. And cream blushes can tend to get more tighter and it dries up pretty fast than liquid blushes. So that's one of the reasons I don't reach out to it much, because this is probably, see, I cannot even get it out. And it separates. So no. KIRO Multi-Stick Wonder Wand. I have 3 shades. If you can get one, if you have the budget, get the Cherry Blossom one. It is phenomenal. They've found the perfect balance between dewy and matte. So it is kind of self-setting. So it will dry down to a matte kind of finish, but still give you that subtle glow. And the pigment is phenomenal. The shades are really good. I love this blush. This is one of my favorite cream blushes of all time. I don't think I have another favorite cream blush. And it is very travel friendly. If you already have makeup on, use it. Don't go directly in because the surface is really big. You don't want the stamp of circle on your face. That's the only problem with this one. But other than that, 10 on 10 formula. I have really liked the products like this. This one is from Renee. They have 3 shades, and I have liked this one in the past, especially when I'm traveling. But no, they have really good ones. They have a brown shade, but most of them are not. I like just one shade in the whole pan. This is my favorite shade. I don't use these 2 as much. So it is like, if you don't like all 3 of it, just don't get it. But the formulation is good. It is very creamy. It is kind of dewy, but not greasy, and it is not that long lasting. Next, same with this one from Earth Rhythm. They have 3 shades. With this one, I actually like all 3 shades, but my only problem is this is way too pigmented. If you are in a hurry, that is exactly why they had made such product. This to make it very travel friendly. When you're on the go, if you go overboard, you're done. So this is way too pigmented. Very pigmented. Next we have some Mousse products. First one, this one from Nykaa. This is their new launch. This is their dupe of a Korean blush, and I have to say I do like it, but not on top of my makeup because this is very creamy. This is not that moussey. This is very creamy. I don't know how to explain it. It is very moussey to touch, but when you apply it, it is not going on like a mousse velvety kind of thing. It is turning into a cream blush. It is phenomenal on lips, especially this shade and win, but on the cheeks, once I tried blending it and it did not blend, it dried down. So I would not recommend on top of makeup, or don't go in directly like this. Don't do that. On the other hand, this one from Swiss Beauty, this is their Mousse blush. This is one of my favorite blushes of all time, especially this shade Velvet Red. Again, I don't go directly in, but you can. With this one, it is easily blendable. But I like to take it with my brush and then go. It is super pigmented. It is matte on the face, which I love. I don't need extra glow. I already have glow from my oily skin. But the only unfortunate thing is they don't have a ton of shades. This is the only red we can use. The other shades are like pale. So the Mars Lip and Cheek Tint, they have changed the packaging. I'm not sure if they have changed the formulation. I only have this one, the older version, and I like it. But again, anything from Mars is like too pigmented. With something like this, you would expect a subtle finish, subtle pigmentation, but this is too pigmented, so keep that in mind. But it is phenomenal. It is a little bit too oily or greasy looking on the skin, on my skin, but I like it. This one from Simply Nam, this is their Velvet Cream Magic Blush, is the subtle version of the Mars one, but for some people this could be very under pigmented, but I like it for a daily basis. I like it when I don't want my blush to, look like I'm wearing a blush, just some color from within. I like it for that time. But if you don't want to spend like 1,000 rupees on a blush that barely shows up, maybe it's not your cup of tea, definitely go with this one, but use very little amount. This is one of my favorite blushes of all time, I have to say. It is not that dewy, but it gives you that glow. I completely forgot to talk about this blush from Maybelline. This is their Sunkisser, and I have it in the shade Berry Branch. This and the sugar one we talked about earlier in the video is very comparable, but this one is not as dewy as that one, and it is too pigmented than that one, but you will still have some control with it. Very beginner friendly, really good shade, really long lasting, gives you that glow. I love this. Not their first launch, the second one, their matte blushes. I think we are done with all the liquid and cream blushes. The next one is tints. So in tints, the first one is from Praush. This is their Lip and Cheek Jelly tint. And this is definitely meant for a bare face. Bare moisturizer, pop it on top and you're good to go. You'll have that beautiful blush throughout the day. This will not go anywhere, but this is definitely not meant for on top of makeup. Okay, this will definitely take your makeup off. I don't like that. But this on the lips and on the cheeks is so good and so long lasting. Same with this one from K Beauty. I really like it. Some people don't, because you are paying so much for very little, and the shades are good, formulation is good, but it is just a tint. You have to keep that in mind. But this shade, the orange popsicle, I think it is very interesting to me. But if you don't wear blush on a bare face, you don't wear blush without a foundation or concealer, you are not going to use it, obviously, like me. And the last tint is this one from Etude Water Tint. I would recommend this forever and ever. If you are going to wear makeup or not, just make sure your face is not very dry, or you don't have any dry patches. It will definitely cling to it. I don't like it as my lip tint, but on the cheeks it blends so beautifully. It will give you that enough pigment which lasts all day. Not very travel friendly though. It doesn't have any stopper, and you cannot, don't use it when you're in a rush, but this is the really good beginner friendly option. With that, I think we have come to an end. Let me know your guys' favorite cream blush in the comment section, because I would love to try new ones, of course. Thank you so much for watching this video till the end. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!